Our next guest says a Trump presidency will be even more fiscally conservative than Ronald Reagan's. Look who's here, Grover Norquist, Americans for Tax Reform president. Now, is that true, in your opinion, even though Donald Trump has recently fine-tuned his tax proposals to be not so big and on the tax cut side? Still true?
Oh, certainly. Look, President Reagan was elected promising to cut taxes and deregulate. Trump is running for president with a significant tax cut, dramatic tax cut, and deregulation. But there's a big difference. When Reagan showed up in Washington, D.C., he was almost the only Reagan Republican in Washington, D.C. The House of Representatives was run by Tip O'Neill, very left-wing Democrat from Massachusetts, and Bob Dole was running the Senate, and Howard Baker was running the Senate. He was much more a forward, moderate Republican. Today, we have a Republican House and a Republican Senate run by Reagan Republicans, with the vast majority, 90% of the Republicans in the House and Senate, Reagan Republicans who want to move in the same direction that Reagan wanted to move in and that Trump says he wants to move in. So Trump can get bills passed that Reagan could discuss, but they'll pass easily through the House and the Senate.
That's a pretty rosy picture, Grover. That is a pretty rosy picture. If Donald Trump is elected president, and if the Senate and the House remain with a very large number of Republicans in them, you're saying that we're going to get tax reform in spades. That's what you're saying, isn't it?
And quickly. Remember, the House proposal that Paul Ryan put together and Trump's proposal have both moved towards each other. When Trump did his some of the changes in his, he added a very good idea that the Republican House had, and that's full expensing for business investment, tremendously pro-growth, drops the cost of capital to make American workers more productive. And he took the same rate reductions in tax rates that the House had, and the House moved towards, the House of Representatives moved towards Trump's idea of taking the corporate rate dramatically down to 15. So I think you're seeing Trump and the Republicans in the House and Senate coming to an agreement. You could have them sit in a room for a couple hours and have a bill ready to go within days.
Now, earlier on the show, Steve Moore, who is one, you know him, he's one of the advisors, economic advisors to Donald Trump. He said, look, you elect Trump as president, he carries out his tax reform plan, and you will have, and he did this, 4% growth for 5 years. Now, that is an enormous expansion of America's economy. You think it could be that good, I'm going to say?
Yes, absolutely. And all that requires is for the tax proposal that Trump and the House Republicans have put together to be enacted, which would happen quickly. There's a lot additional growth to be made by culling back some of the ridiculous, expensive regulations that have piled up during Obama, Bush, Clinton, and Bush. Now, ever since Reagan left, there's been backsliding on regulations.
And President Obama could change those, President Trump could change those regulations like that with executive action. That could be done, couldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it takes a little time because you have to jump through some hoops. But if the president wants to do something stupid, he can do it. If a president wants to undo stupid, he can get it done.
Yeah, that would be interesting, wouldn't it? Grover, thanks as always. You've been a stranger to us. Where you been, lad? Come on back more often, okay? All right.
I would be delighted to.
You will. Thanks, Grover. Appreciate it.